All right, lesson 5.3, other words used as adjectives. This is on page 131 of your grammar book. This lesson is talking about pronouns and nouns that can be used as adjectives depending on how the sentence reads or what the sentence says. They can modify nouns to make their meaning more specific, and therefore then they would be adjectives. So this is a reminder to always read the entire sentence. A lot of you will ask me, what part of speech is blank? And I usually respond, well, it depends on how it's being used. And this is a perfect example of that. Read the entire sentence. You can't just look at a sentence and pull out a word and know what part of speech it is. And here are several examples of that. So first of all, let's look at pronouns. We have demonstrative pronouns. If you remember, demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, and those. So an example, this fingerprint is mine. And this modifies fingerprint. So in this situation, the word this is an adjective. These impressions are often not visible. Again, these is modifying the word impressions, so it would be an adjective instead of a pronoun. Possessive pronouns. My, our, your, her, his, its, and their can be used as adjectives. I know it's very tricky. So look at the example. My thumbprint looks like a double loop, but your thumbprint is a loop. So my modifies thumbprint, and obviously this lesson is all about our fingerprints and different types of fingerprints. So if you have your book and you get a chance, look at page 131. This will make more sense to you. But my modifies thumbprint, so therefore my is an adjective. And then again, your, way over here, your modifies thumbprint here. So that is an adjective too, instead of a pronoun. Watch out for that. Always read the entire sentence. And then indefinite pronouns, if you remember, all, each, both, few, most, and some can be used as adjectives as well. So all fingerprints fit into one of 7 parts. All modifies fingerprints. Each fingerprint is unique. Each modifies fingerprint. Again, they're adjectives in this situation. Okay, so there were demonstrative pronouns, possessive pronouns, and indefinite pronouns. And then now we'll talk about nouns. How can a noun be used as an adjective? Very similar way. If you look at the example, crime story. So if we talked about the word crime, crime is a thing, it would be a noun. But here it's modifying story. So it's going to be an adjective. So notice the examples of nouns as adjectives in the next sentence. The fingerprint evidence convicted the murderer. So what is our noun being used as an adjective here? If you think about the previous sentences, it's fingerprint. A fingerprint is a thing, it's a noun, but we're talking about the type of evidence, so it's an adjective. So the fingerprint evidence, so it's modifying that word evidence. So you really have to be careful with this. It can become very confusing if you're not aware of your different types of nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs. We've talked about all of them, and now you need to figure out how each is being used. So for your practice for tonight, write 2 sentences using pronouns as adjectives. You may choose either demonstrative, which was this, that, these, and those, possessive, which were my, our, your, her, his, its, and their, or indefinite, which were all, each, both, few, most, and some. You do not have to write 2 sentences for each type of pronoun, so choose different types of pronouns, either demonstrative, possessive, or indefinite, and write 2 sentences total. And then write 2 sentences using nouns as adjectives. Just like I showed you with the fingerprint evidence being convicted the murderer, or like when I showed you crime story. So you're writing a total of 4 sentences, just to be clear. We will do more with this tomorrow because I think this can become a very difficult exercise. So be ready to review your sentences in class, be ready to share, and be ready to do more practice in class. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.